What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be watching some more kitchen nightmares. Today we're going over to the Blackberries in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Oh.
The owner for this one is Shelly Withers. I have seen clips of this of like Gordon Ramsay finding a mouse there and things like that before, but I haven't seen this full episode until now. And oh boy, is this a wacky one. This girl, spoilers, she's a real bitch.
Are you asking me for 30 seconds at my office?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely not.
But she's a soul food restaurant that has vinyl records all around it for decoration. And it's a good idea and it looks nice in parts, but it's also like the way the place is painted with like the yellow and the purple, it just looks kind of weird.
I am so happy with the way the restaurant turned out. The decor is phenomenal.
And unfortunately, her mother used all of her retirement money to help Shelly's dream come true and make the Blackberries.
I think it's a parent's responsibility to be supportive of their children.
Which is just insane. I get she wants to be a good mom and help out her kids. She even says that like that's a parent's job is to do things like that. But that's crazy. Your entire life savings so that way your daughter, who you know is very bitchy and doesn't have great work ethic, like it's just weird that she would be like, yep, here's a whole restaurant. Actually, yeah, you can have a restaurant, you can hire 17 people and put them in the kitchen too. Whatever you want. It's just odd and it's sad and it just makes me feel really bad for her mom. And according to Shelly, she has no clue what she's doing wrong here.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
The shrimp was firm.
That's because I forgot them on the stove.
Basically, she's just in denial of everything. We meet Mateen, he's one of the chefs, and he says that Shelly's in denial and that he doesn't like the food or the decor in the place.
The food is suffering, the customers are suffering, and the restaurant is suffering.
Jesus, Mateen, what do you like? So they have 16 people working in the kitchen, all doing their own thing, no one really communicating with each other. It's just a mess back there.
Shelly is a super control freak to the 110th power.
We learned that Shelly is $200,000 in debt.
I'm barely holding on here.
Yeah, imagine being your mom. She gave you everything for this place, and then now you're failing. How does she feel?
I think Chef Ramsay is the answer to her prayers.
So Gordon Ramsay shows up to the Blackberry.
Welcome to Blackberry.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
And he also thinks all the decorations there is because of like a birthday party or something going on. But no, this is just how they do it every day.
No party. We're just having lunch.
Okay, great.
This part was really weird. Gordon ends up meeting the general manager, James, who doesn't believe he's a manager because of his baby face. So he's like, you, manager? What?
You look about 18. How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Wow.
I mean, that's kind of a compliment, you know? But also, I think Gordon Ramsay kind of meant it as like an insult to the place. But, you know, it's kind of a compliment that you look young. And then Shelly gets a little too excited when Gordon Ramsay shows up.
I don't want to be sweating all over him. Can I kiss him?
So then now when Shelly meets Gordon, we end up learning that James, the manager that we saw previously, is her fiance.
Amazing. And was it love at first bite?
And also, when she went to go meet Gordon, she asked him if she has permission to kiss Gordon Ramsay. And he's like, I mean, I guess if Gordon says it's okay.
Can I give him a kiss and thank him for coming or what?
It's about to be all right with him.
To be fair, I guess I'd let my wife kiss Gordon Ramsay.
He's a little younger than I am, but he's my sexy chocolate.
So now it's time for Gordon to order and try some food. So he orders some collard greens, smothered pork chops, mac and cheese, some chitlins, and then for dessert, he gets red velvet cake.
Our order for chef.
That's a lot of fucking food, Gordon. I know you gotta fucking taste sample everything, but oh my god, my stomach would be turning at that point. Especially because they're microwaving everything.
Just microwave it.
So yeah, they instantly end up microwaving his food. I think they prepare it kind of normally, but like his mac and cheese isn't hot enough, so they throw that in the microwave, and he can tell right away.
Is that heated in the microwave then?
No, I think they just put it in the oven to warm.
And Gordon Ramsay still can't get over the decoration in the place.
This is the craziest decor I've ever seen.
So then now Eloise and Gordon are having a little chit chat, and Gordon ends up taking a record off the wall and notices a giant hole in the wall where somebody possibly headbutted it or something. It's never clear what happened there, but you know, he sees a big ass fucking hole there.
Chitlins?
Oh my
What happened?
goodness. I have no idea. I've never seen that before.
What do you mean you've never seen that before? Did Shelly do that to cover up something that happened one night that you weren't here? Or are you lying? What the hell happened to make that hole?
Somebody headbutt the wall?
So now Gordon's food is ready.
Oh, now you know that is a pretty plate.
I hate the macaroni and cheese. Just looks like crap.
You know it's never a good sign when the chefs are in the diary room being like, oof, that mac and cheese? I fucking hate that. That food over there? Not my cup of tea. That's not a great sign. But let's see how Gordon Ramsay likes it.
The pork chop is dry. The mac and cheese is way overcooked and very mushy.
Gordon Ramsay asks if the food was microwaved right here, and they flat out lie to him and tell him no, it was put in the oven.
Is that heated in the microwave then?
No, I think they just put it in the oven to warm for our lunch service.
Shelly claims that everything is cooked to perfection and that there's nothing on their menu that is not perfect.
Everything is cooked to perfection. There is nothing on that menu that is not perfect.
Yeah, that sounds like someone that's not in denial. She says this multiple times in this episode. If you have to keep repeating that your food's great, probably not great.
I'm taking over now.
So Shelly takes over making Gordon's fried collard greens.
How can you actually say this is a social restaurant? Or the collard greens are not tasting like collard greens, since it's just like pepper soil. You know, you can't have food tasting like that.
Well, let's see how Gordon Ramsay likes that.
Soggy and limp.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, Gordon. It's kind of what I figured.
What is he saying about our stuff now?
But so now Shelly is starting to get a little upset that Gordon Ramsay is not liking any of the food, especially the ones that she just made for him.
He's crazy.
Hey, this is where it starts going downhill, and Shelly does not want to kiss Gordon anymore.
Can I kiss him?
So now they bring him his microwaved chitlins and okra,
It's in the microwave.
They're delicious.
and apparently they stink really bad. So then he makes them all do a prayer around him before he can eat the meal and will put any of it in his mouth.
You are prayed over. We guarantee you that you are not about to succumb to those chitlins.
And immediately after eating them, Gordon has to go to the bathroom, either poop them out or puke them out, one or the other.
I need the toilet, excuse me.
Chef Ramsay is a mess.
So now we learn that Gordon Ramsay's actually in the bathroom puking, and Shelly has the best reaction to this of all time.
Are you kidding me? You're not used to that soul food, huh?
What a bitch. But so after a good puke sesh, Gordon Ramsay gets his red velvet cake.
Finally, some good
And
food.
this is the only food here that Shelly's mom, Mary, has made. She's like the baker here. Shelly starts to get a little pissed here that Gordon Ramsay likes mom's food and not her food.
Of course, the red velvet that Mommy makes is gonna be beautiful, right? Because Mommy made it. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
So Gordon heads down to the kitchen to give them like a breakdown of what was wrong with his meals.
I absolutely do not believe that there's that much wrong with my food.
That's a fucking statement right there. I absolutely believe that there's nothing that much wrong with my food. But so after all that, now Shelly has to prove to Gordon why she's the head chef, and she's gonna do that tonight.
Who is the head chef here?
I am.
Show me tonight.
Okay.
Why you think you are the head chef.
And then this is where things just go off the rails, and for the rest of the episode, things are bumpy. Gordon Ramsay shows up 10 minutes before they're about to open for the day. He gets inside, and he meets a cute little mouse in the doorway.
Oh my god. Wow.
Things probably like trying to sneak away with their secret formula or something. But so Gordon Ramsay does what he does. He picks up the mouse, and he's showing it to everybody doing his thing.
It's by the door.
And according to Shelly's mom, they recently had an exterminator come, and they have exterminators come all the time, which would lead you to believe that they have a mouse problem. They don't seem to think that, but you know.
You paid for the exterminator?
Sure.
Get your money back.
And then nobody in the restaurant believes Gordon, or they just straight up lie to him about it.
Mouse? Come on.
James, the manager, asks Gordon Ramsay if he has it on film, him finding the mouse, because he thinks he pulled it out of his pocket and threw it in the doorway.
Do you have it on film?
Are you kidding me?
Also, like, do they think this is the first time that's ever happened on reality TV? That's like, oh my god, he had to plant this mouse because, like, that's gonna get him good clicks on TV? Who the fuck is just gonna watch an episode of the show because there's a mouse? You know what I mean? Like, what is their thinking there?
Oh, you thought I brought it in out of my pocket?
Yeah, I think you did.
But so because of that, because of Gordon Ramsay being accused of planting it, he decides to do a little investigation and brings James along. And as part of that, Gordon asks an employee when's the last time he saw a mouse, and that guy straight up lies to him.
I've never seen one. Never seen one. Good.
And then as Gordon walks away, as if this is like a movie, he starts telling the other people there, like, how he found a dead mouse there, like, a month ago, maybe a year ago.
Except that one that was under the steam table that was dead a few months back.
Have you ever seen a mouse here? No. Except for that one time when I found a mouse and it was dead in the cupboard like a couple months ago, and like there was a whole trail of rat poop leading right to the kitchen, you know. Except for that time. But so now Shelly's mom, Mary, is pretty upset by the situation, and she ends up calling the dad and telling him about the mouse. And she says she's never been more embarrassed and humiliated in her entire life.
This is ridiculous.
But so James brings up here that he goes, I think I put it all together, Gordon, and I think possibly, hear me out.
Perhaps you planted that mouse. I was like, I put it together like just for TV's sake. Maybe.
I wish you would talk a little bit of sense.
And then meanwhile, Shelly's still bitching to her employees about how crazy it is there's a mouse here and how, like, stupid Gordon Ramsay is.
Pulling mice out of his pockets and stuff.
And one of her employees is like, yeah, it's possible. Sometimes mice get into places, especially when there's food here. Like, it's possible.
It's mice infested all over this place. It can happen.
Yeah, that's like the one guy that's not kissing her ass the whole time. So Gordon calls a team meeting, and James walks over to his wife and whispers in her ear about that how he told Gordon Ramsay about how he thinks he planted the mouse.
I was seeing him like almost like plant that vermin.
So Shelly ends up calling out Gordon Ramsay about planting the mouse.
The mouse that you planted, I know.
And he gets very pissed.
You can take your restaurant and stick it. I'm gone. I'm out of it.
Immediately, he's like, all right, fuck you guys then. I'm out of here. I will leave right now. And then Shelly gets all angry, and she's like, if you're leaving, I'm leaving. Fuck this. I'm out of here too. And
Out of here. I'm out of here. Excuse me. Go. See you later. Shut it down. Let's go.
But then Shelly's mom steps in and says it's not over.
Could you please shut up?
Yeah, fucking tell her, Mary. But she says she has no clue what's happening today, and it's been a weird day, and begs Gordon to stay.
Yeah, no, I'm out of here.
And he's still gonna leave anyways at that point, but then James apologizes and says he takes back what he said, and is basically just like, I was so shocked that you found a mouse that, like, the only logical thing in my head was that you planted it. As stupid as that sounds. I get him being shocked, but everything else they did is so stupid, it doesn't make up for it.
It just, like, shocked me, and I apologize.
So Gordon Ramsay does accept his apology and ends up sticking around to help out. But so now it's stress test time, and Gordon ends up learning that Shelly is cooking the soul food in a wok. Clip of why that's wrong.
Soul food is supposed to be cooked slowly. Soul is supposed to be cooked with love and soul, not in a wok.
It's better that guy explains it than me, because, you know, I understand that's how they cook, like, Asian food, but that's about all.
Shelly, how can you cook soul food in a wok?
Watch me, chef. Watch me.
But so we learned they also have a pizza oven back there that it doesn't seem like they use, an oven that doesn't work, so many other things that are broken back there. It's no wonder they're just microwaving everything. And then apparently every single thing they have to fry, they have to use the same, like, machine for, like, the same fryer, basket, everything.
How do you manage to fry everything in one fry like that?
Very hard. A lot of prayer.
It's just a wonder they get anything done there. So now Gordon is watching Shelly and just seeing how she runs her kitchen, and she has no control, no system in place for people. It's just a big mess back there, like, kind of basically like everything else.
I mean, this is a joke.
She argues with everyone about everything back there. She'd just be a really annoying boss. It's just like no matter what they're doing something wrong.
That's how I do. One.
Just make it and send it.
We cut to the people out in the restaurant, and apparently they've been waiting an hour and a half for their food. They want to leave, but they're just sticking around, I guess, because they're really hungry. I don't know. I would have fucking left and went to McDonald's at this point. So then Gordon's trying to talk to Shelly about her kitchen system and just how things are run, and she grabs a pan off of a shelf, and the shelf falls down and just collapses onto her meal. It just seems like everything that could go wrong back here is going wrong.
Wait 90 minutes and this is what you're lucky to get.
So now people finally start getting their food, and it looks terrible and tastes even worse. At least if I had to guess, you know, I didn't actually get to taste it, but the look on their faces, it looks horrible. So the next day, Gordon has a staff meeting, and they all go around identifying things that they know are wrong with the place, or that they want changed. And first on the list is Shelly, and she's too controlling.
It's either her way or the highway.
And then we just get every single person here just kind of piling on, each person saying basically what Kelly's doing wrong. And we get to Dwayne.
You take somebody out of what they're supposed to be doing and make them do something else.
And she loses her fucking mind when Dwayne says something.
I think that you talk too much and you know too much.
Shelly starts yelling at Dwayne, but also telling him to calm down, even though she's the one screaming at him.
Calm down.
I wasn't upset.
Dwayne.
I don't know why she singles him out, but she just singles him out there, to the point where she's like kicking him out, and Gordon Ramsay has to tell him to sit back down. It's weird.
What is wrong with you?
I made one comment.
But it is pretty funny. Shelly's mom says that she needs to learn to listen and not be so stubborn, or this place is gonna close down.
And that would just break my heart. I mean, tremendously.
And then Gordon asks her if she's gonna be open-minded enough to move forward, and she says, I've always been open-minded, and that just starts everything again. Gordon asks her, why'd she say that?
Are we going to be open-minded?
I have been open-minded as far as I'm concerned.
Her mom gets upset. She just really knows how to, like, dig in there to everybody.
Your livelihood is on the line.
Shelly's mom here starts crying, and she gives a really good speech, and it makes Shelly end up agreeing to move forward.
Agreed?
Agreed.
I can't hear you.
Agreed.
That's kind of like the theme of this episode, is Shelly annoys everybody to the point where her mom has to chime in, and then her mom fixes things, and we move forward a little bit. That's kind of what happens every single fucking step here. But so Gordon actually got them all new kitchen gear. New stoves, ovens, fryers, all kinds of shit.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
He even made sure that there was stuff in there for baking for the mom. I really liked that as well. And then we learned that Shelly's mom has been praying for Gordon Ramsay to come here and fix the restaurant.
I truly believe in the power of prayer. I prayed so hard that you would come and that you were gonna turn this restaurant around.
That's the power of prayer. So Gordon Ramsay ends up appointing Mateen as the leader for tomorrow night.
Chef Ramsay has suggestions. I'm going to do my best to be as open as I can.
Ugh. She's so annoying with this. Chef Ramsay has suggestions, and, like, I'll try to follow them, but whatever. She just has to be a bitch every step of the way. She just can't be respectful to him. She just never wants to hear him out.
But I don't know.
Remodel time.
Welcome to the new Blackberries.
So they did only remodel the inside. They left everything else the same. And to be honest, they made it very plain on the inside, but I do think it works. It's just not, like, as, like, popping as it was before. And they also did keep a little bit of the vinyls. They're like over-sectioned in their own little area, and they have like a little wall of vinyls.
It's a totally different place.
But everybody there seems to love it, that's the important part. And then, of course, he also updated their menu. He breaks it down for them and shows them all the new foods on there.
Shelly looked like she was embracing the change very well. I'm glad that Chef Ramsay finally broke through to her.
Yeah, that's what you guys think. Hold your fucking horses. Oh, she's got a couple things up her sleeve, trust me. So we're at day 3, relaunch night. This is where shit hits the fucking fan.
Blackberries!
Literally, things could have gone so smooth here. And she just fucking takes it and throws it out the fucking window. She hit a cat, the cat's screaming. It's a mess. But at the moment, everything's going great. Customers are really loving the food. And then Shelly gets a phone call from her dad.
Hey, Dad, you okay?
I have no clue what's going on the phone call. She's talking to him, and Gordon Ramsay's like, hey, we're in the middle of doing some cooking in the kitchen stuff. Can you get back to work? And she's like, oh, hold on. My dad's on the phone. Hold on.
Shelly being on the phone is totally disrespectful and a slap in the face to her kitchen team.
She's just one of those, like, bosses that just assumes because she got to the point where she owns her own business, I guess, she can just do whatever the fuck she wants, and it's right.
I am the owner of this business, and I'm just not taking any from anyone.
Hell no.
And then she starts fucking with other people's food. She moves this guy's corn because she doesn't want it to dry out, but the corn's not even done cooking yet, so she's, like, fucking that up.
Yes,
So
sir.
don't do that. You're going back again.
And then the moment Gordon Ramsay speaks to her and tells her not to do that and just don't fuck with other people's food, just do your work and let everybody else do their own thing, she shuts down and will not communicate with Gordon and just like, I'm gone.
Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
She gets pissed, she storms out of the kitchen, is refusing to speak to Gordon Ramsay. And then we hear from Shelly's mom that Shelly is not willing to admit when she's wrong. This is another moment I feel so bad for Mary. She did all this for her daughter, and then now we've got Gordon Ramsay trying to save this for them, and her daughter's still throwing it away.
You control the kitchen.
Yes.
We got a big thanks to Mateen. He ended up pulling it off. The kitchen ended up being a big success for the night. And then they have a meeting to discuss that night and just what went wrong, what went right, all of that. And Shelly does not even show up for that meeting.
Where's Shelly?
This is like the last time you really get together with Gordon, and it's like the final things you guys talk about. And this bitch is just gonna sit in her office the whole time. So Gordon then steps inside her office, and she refused to speak to him, and then walks out the other door in the office.
No point in making yourself look any more stupid.
But so now everybody floods into her office, her mom's yelling at her, everyone's like, come on, just come out, like, what are you doing? They're just like begging her to go out and speak to Gordon. And basically they all threaten to walk out on her if she doesn't do this, and she's like, that's fine, I can clean up for the night. And they're like, no, like, what are you gonna do forever? We will leave this place, and you won't have employees.
Forget about cleaning up tonight. What about the rest of the day?
But so she's just like, get out of here, I'm done. And her mom's like, oh, okay, if you're done, then shut this fucking place down. How about that?
You are done. Close the damn place down.
The mom, all the employees, they just leave the office, and then them and Ramsay end up having the meeting without Shelly.
Personal note, I just want to say thank you. Why? Because you guys worked your butt off.
But so everybody has a good meeting without Shelly. And then after that, Gordon asks if they can just have 30 seconds alone to chit-chat and just maybe smooth things over, hopefully. And she has the cuntiest response to that you could have.
Can we have 30 seconds?
I think this is my office. Are you asking me for 30 seconds at my office?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely not.
And that is how they end things. That's the last thing she said to Gordon Ramsay here.
Okay. That just sums it up.
But so he leaves, he's very disappointed in Shelly.
And unfortunately, restaurants do not succeed when they're run by a dictator.
So now we have our little mini update at the end of the episode. In the weeks that followed, customers responded well to the changes, and after witnessing positive reviews, Shelly embraced all that Ramsay had done for the Blackberry. What a bitch.
I was so skeptical, but Chef Ramsay has opened up a new world for us here at Blackberry.
And then after it works out, she's like, you know what? That guy knows what he's talking about. Anyways, now time for a real update. Blackberries closed in March 2013. Elma's Diner and Barbecue briefly opened up in the space. I'm gonna completely butcher this, but Un Nuevo Renacer Bakery is currently in its space. But Shelly did put out a little statement when the place closed down. She said, I want to say we just no longer saw room for growth. We were so stagnant. We were maintaining barely, but not able to generate the clientele we wanted. Withers explained, I think we gave it a good 10 years. 10 years is great. 10 years, that is a good accomplishment. But you were a fucking dickhead to Gordon Ramsay, a dickhead and a half.
I planted a mouse. Was she crazy?
A lot of them were dickheads to him, except for really the mom. The mom was so sweet to him. Everybody else at certain points lying to him or just flat out trying to call him a liar. Final thoughts on this episode. They should have let that rat go into the kitchen and maybe it would have helped cook. Shelly is mean and hopefully she's in a better place now. Her mom is awesome and hopefully still alive. Gordon Ramsay made the place look kind of plain at the end. That's my recap. All right, well, I think that's got to do it for this one. I don't believe I have anything else to say about the Blackberries. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Let me know if there's any Kitchen Nightmare episodes out there that you'd like to see me do a video on, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.